had hit a point where I guess I didn't feel like I wanted to exist anymore if I was going to exist in that way. Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope that everybody is doing well today. If you are new here, then hi, my name is Brittany and I'm a nurse practitioner. I am also the creator of the Brittany Holzbeck NP Review. It is the most affordable, comprehensive, and accredited nurse practitioner boards review on the market. All of my courses and products are available at thenewNP.com. I'll make sure to have that link in the description box below if you'd like to come and check out my stuff. But alright, so today I wanted to get a little personal with you guys and do like a little mental health update. So years back, I made a video about my own mental health and my personal experience with Zoloft. And I guess, like I said, I kind of want to do a little bit of an update with you. So as we speak right here, right now, I am 36 years old. Time is flying. But this means that I've actually been on Zoloft for 16 years. I'm almost 100% positive. It was either between 19 or 20, but I'm almost certain I was 20 years old when I was started on Zoloft. That would make it 16 years since I've been on this medication. So a tiny bit of a backstory as to why I was prescribed Zoloft is because when I was 20 years old, I started experiencing severe anxiety, panic attacks, and developed agoraphobia. Before that, I'd like to say I was kind of privileged that I was never an anxious person. I mean, I had my own hangups, but anxiety really did not apply to me. When I was 20 years old, I experienced sudden panic attacks, and these spiraled out of control that eventually led to me not leaving my bedroom for about 3 months. Even just going to the bathroom, I would experience severe panic attacks. It took me a long time to work up leaving my house, getting in my car, driving, going to a restaurant. It was a process, right? Over a year long process, but I slowly and surely was able to do more and more. A huge part of that is due to the fact that I got on Zoloft. I had hit a point where I guess I didn't feel like I wanted to exist anymore if I was going to exist in that way. That was definitely like the darkest time I've ever had mentally. I was determined to get to my primary care doctor and get some help. It was extremely uncomfortable. I will not lie to you. I felt like I was crawling out of my skin. I had my mom take me. I could not drive. Sitting in the doctor's office, in the waiting room, in her room, door shut, trying to explain my symptoms, all while actually having a panic attack in that moment. It was extremely uncomfortable, but I did do it. It did pass. I lived to tell the tale, and I started on Zoloft. We started me on 50 milligrams. We titrated me up to eventually 150 milligrams. We titrated me back down to 100 milligrams, which is where I leveled out and I felt like I was still experiencing emotion, but I was not experiencing panic attacks and I could leave my room. It took almost 30 days, I would say, to really start to feel like it was working for me and I was beginning to function again. So that is pretty much the backstory of my experience with starting Zoloft. There have been two circumstances in my history where I have attempted to get off of Zoloft. Both times were when I found out I was pregnant. You don't know I have 3 children. My first 2 children, both times I tried to get off Zoloft. The first time I stopped, I abruptly stopped taking my Zoloft. It didn't take but a week for me to experience panic attacks again. So I went back on my Zoloft. I felt a lot of guilt at the time, and now I know better, and I know that I did not need to feel that guilt. But in the time, realistically, I did. The second time I tried to get off of it was my second pregnancy. But this time, I slowly weaned. Still, I experienced a return of symptoms, and it took a very long time once I got back on that Zoloft, probably majority of my pregnancy, I would say that second time around, to get a handle on my mental health again. Pregnancy in itself is very, very hard, but when you are struggling with mental health on top of being pregnant, I don't recommend it. So fast forward 6 years after my second child, we decided to have one more, and this time I decided that I was not going to try and get off my Zoloft because I had had such difficult experiences twice before. But still, I did experience some anxiety in that first trimester, even though I never tried to get off my Zoloft. And so I know that it's a me thing. That being said, it went away quicker and it was just a lot less severe. So now, 16 years later, how am I doing? I still experience some anxiety. I think many people do experience anxiety, and I sometimes do get the feelings of panic. It's different than anxiety. Anxiety, I do have nervousness, but I don't feel like any kind of impending doom. With panic attacks, I feel that impending doom. Like I have something that is catastrophic that is about to happen. I'm this close to calling 911. It's very, very scary feeling. I typically can tell myself this is a panic attack and I try and rationalize. It doesn't make the symptoms go away. Even though I know what is happening is psychological, it doesn't make it stop. I have had a little bit of inklings of those panic feelings, but they are manageable and very short-lived. They are usually triggered if I feel like I have no control in a situation. For example, if you put me in the backseat of someone's car and they're driving, to this day, I still feel that way. And so more times than not, I am the driver. Luckily, my husband is totally fine with being a passenger princess because I just need to be in control. Again, it is manageable and it is mild panic. It is not full-blown panic attacks where I feel like I need to call 911, but the feeling is there. Okay, so I wanted to just briefly touch on some of the comments that were made by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I can't remember what's the title. What's his title? He is the Secretary of U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. I want to just comment on his remarks about SSRIs, which Zoloft is an SSRI. It's a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. His comment about SSRIs and how he believes that they are just as addictive as opioids. And I think a comment like this is really harmful because SSRIs have saved many lives, mine included. You know, it's funny. I was having a conversation with my best friend, right? This was before this comment was made by him. And so what I said to her is, sometimes I wish I could experience what things would be like for me if I didn't take Zoloft. She said this response. It was the perfect response, I feel like, and I have to share it with you guys because she really put things into perspective. For context, she needs to use contacts or eyeglasses. And so she said to me, sometimes I want to know what I would be like if I just didn't wear my glasses. I just thought that was the perfect analogy. She needs her glasses to see, to function. I need my Zoloft to function, to not have debilitating panic attacks, to be able to hold a job, to take care of my children, to leave my home. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And so it was just kind of this funny comment. And we were laughing. Get yourself a good friend that is real with you, right? I need to be present and happy and functioning for my children and for myself. And Zoloft has given me that ability. And so I just don't like putting that type of tone around SSRIs that have provided so many people a quality life. It is nothing like using opioids. Opioids are extremely addictive and they bring out a very ugly side. And that is not what my Zoloft does, is what I'm trying to say. It is let me be a functioning person in society. Let me be the best mom that I can be. And so that's all I had to say on that. I'm editing this video right now. I also have self-tanner on, so no judgment right now. And I just want to emphasize the point that I have in making this video. If you're watching this and you can at all relate, I hope that you never feel ashamed for getting help. So many of us struggle with mental health problems, myself included, and I know how hard they can be. And sometimes that means that we need help. Maybe in the form of therapy, maybe in the form of medication, whatever it is that you need to do. It allows you the quality life that you deserve. Please don't be ashamed. Please just reach out and ask for help if you need it. We're all out here just trying to survive. If you are interested in hearing my story as to how and why I developed panic attacks and agoraphobia, it's very personal, but I think I'm at a point in my life where I would be comfortable talking about it. Then let me know in the comments below and maybe I will make a video on it. Also, if you've had experience with SSRIs, I would love to hear about it. You can go ahead and share that in the comments as well. But otherwise, I think that is going to complete today's video. I hope that wherever you are happy, healthy, and well. Make sure you learn something new every day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.